Hello everybody, in this video we are going to be creating another exercise to practice our knowledge on structs, and this time we are going to be using units, and we will be then using some functions to do some operation with these units. So let's first create our struct. I will say struct numbers. You can name it anything else. I am naming it as numbers, and then I will say uint a and then uint b. And now let's create a variable from this struct. I will now say numbers my points. I mean, you can name it anything. I'm saying my points, and let's leave it like that and create a function define values or set values, because this function is gonna set the values of this variable here. Instead of saying my points is equal to numbers xxx, instead of saying like that, I'm going to be using the function to handle this part here. So function set values uint value 1, uint value 2, and then I'll say external. It's going to be a write function, and now I will need to say my points is equal to, so I guess you remember how we are setting, how we were creating the values for a struct variable. Its struct variable name is equal to struct name parentheses and the values. So I will say value 1, value 2. So I guess that's gonna work. To test it, let's create another function, get struct, and here we don't need a function parameter, but I will need external view returns, and I will return number struct, and it's a complex data type, and now I will need to say return, and we will return my points variable. I think you understand why there is numbers here. We are returning the data type, I mean whatever the data type. So here the data type is numbers, because as you can see numbers is a struct name, so it's the data type here, and then we can like return the variable that is created with this data type. So it's my points, and I think that's gonna work. Well, something happened. Yeah, it should be numbers. Let's save it again and let's compile it first and then deploy it, and now test it. First let's set values. I will say 8 and 9, set values, and now let's get this struct. As you can see, it's perfectly working. So let's create one more function, and this function will add these two values, I mean the values of my points. You can like multiply them, divide them, do anything with them, but I'm going to be adding them just to make it easy. So I will say add values, and no need for function parameters. I will then say external, and I guess it's going to be return external view returns. So the result of an addition operation is a uint, and uint is not a complex data type, that's why we don't need memory. And then I will now say return my points dot a plus my points dot b. So I think you understand this part. So my points dot a refers to this first value here, and my points dot b refers to the second one. So in our case, it's gonna be whatever we enter here. Let's save it again, and let's delete the previous contract and deploy it back again. And now let's first set the values for our contract. I will say 5 and 20. Let's set the values and let's get the struct. As you can see, it's 5 and 20. And now let's add the values together, and it will return us the result of addition operation of 5 plus 20. So that's it for this exercise. Hope to see you next time. Bye.